All right. Welcome to this glorious Thursday afternoon. I got a good friend with me, Mr. RJ Mischo. How you doing, RJ?
I'm great, Ronnie. Good to see you.
Good to be here with you, man. I'm really
Cool.
excited about this class coming up Saturday. It's really sorry I had my volume off. I missed what you had said right in the beginning, but it's really good to be here with you. I'm excited because we get to spend a minute talking and help people understand just a little bit about what they can expect from this coming guest artist class that we're calling the Harmonica Masterclass with RJ. So, RJ, we've talked on and off over the last week or two about this a little bit. Maybe you could share some of the things at the very front of your mind that you know for sure, harmonica tip wise, that you're going to be sharing with the group, and what kind of insight you think you might share.
Well, just a lot about playing in the groove, finding a groove, um, being able to play to satisfy yourself, playing all by yourself, and then, of course, a lot about playing with accompaniment, playing on with ensembles, and how to be a harmonica player and work with other musicians, and when not to play, and just a lot of things like that.
Very cool. So that means that there's something in there for somebody who is a front guy or a side guy in the harmonica world. They're going to learn a little bit about. I like that you said groove. I'm trying to find our live feed real quick. Let me just see if I can find it. There it is. Hello, everybody that's joining. Great to see you guys tuning in. And I think it's nice. Two things that you said that struck me was one, groove, because I feel like that's the one thing missing from a lot of harp players in their playing is they're not connected to it, so they often feel disconnected from the music itself. And the other is we were talking about side guys and front guys leading a band versus the often I think a lot of people are probably in the category of being a side guy. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree, and both of them are you do treat it differently, of course, because when
Yeah.
you're the front guy, you are playing a lot of solos,
Right.
and as the side guy, finding a place, and you're going to be playing more probably as a side guy than a front guy. So yeah, just
Yeah.
finding parts to play as a side guy, because I often will see guys playing with a singer, and there's a lot they could be doing and they're not, so just that
Yeah.
kind of thing, just playing as a side guy.
Now your experience. Well, let's give people a little bit of background. I mean, I don't know enough about your background, so this would be kind of good for me to get it right now as well. But can you? Is it easy for you to give us that timeline of sort of like where you started playing and what it was like when you first started, and how you developed into being more of a front guy? Because that is something that currently, when I watch you, I see you as a guy that has this talent for fronting a band and taking a band that most of the time are not rehearsed musicians with your material and whooping them into shape. So how did you get? Give us a little background about how you got to that point.
Well, I started really young. I mean, in high school I was forming bands and playing with guys, and by the time I was like a senior in high school, I come from the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and there was quite a blues scene, rhythm and blues scene happening in the Twin Cities at that time, late 70s, early 80s.
Right.
So first of all, I've been doing it since I've been very young, and I found a love for a more traditional style. Being in the Twin Cities, I was very close to Chicago. So, fortunately, at that time, a lot of the Chicago blues guys that might not have toured as far as maybe California or did a lot of road work were playing in towns like the Twin Cities. So, I got a lot of chances to see guys firsthand and see what it was
Yeah.
like for a harmonica player playing behind a guy like Jimmy Rogers. Um, so at any rate, I come from the Twin Cities, and I started very early. And of course, as a young guy, I was a side guy in many bands behind many singers. And then because I was driven very much to be a professional musician, I did realize that for you to get the jobs and everything, you gotta, if you want to play the music you want to play, it's got to be your band, basically. So
Yeah.
that was kind of more of the role of becoming a front guy and becoming a singer, and all that was to be able to play really the material that I wanted to play.
There's a good lesson in there for side guys because I think even a side guy eventually, whether it's a blues jam or a gig, will have an opportunity to say, "Hey, you want to take one?" You don't have to be a front guy to take a song, but you better know what you're doing when you're given the
Exactly.
opportunity. So
Exactly. Yeah.
that's kind of cool. These topics, this idea of talking about the role of a harmonica player, this is something else we kind of touched on quickly before we connected here for the live stream, is a great one because it's just there's so many roles we play as a harp player, and I think that getting the insight from a player like you that has years of experience, and not just years of experience doing it, but the right kind of experience that helps the average player understand what these roles are and how to connect with them stronger. So that's one part of the class coming Saturday. By the way, if you're just joining, we're talking about a class that's going to happen this Saturday. At what time are we starting? Is it, gosh, it's escaping me. It's early afternoon, I think.
Well,
One,
it's noon Pacific time. That's what I know
that's
because I'm in
right.
California.
So 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. If you're in Mountain Time, it's 1.
I'd like to say hi
And
to all my friends over across the pond. What time will it be over there?
well, for a lot of
For
them, the
example, in the
difference
Netherlands, what time will it be? If it's noon here, it will be, well, in the evening. It will be evening. So,
early evening, not
yeah.
too late. And there are a lot of people that tune into Harmonica 123 from across the pond. So I'm glad you're pointing that out. The other thing I think that I would like to mention that we will do on Saturday, and I do this with a lot of people that come on the program and in these classes to teach, is extracting harmonica knowledge from RJ's brain. He may not know all of the questions that I'll be throwing at him, but I want to throw questions that are easy for you to sort of immediately just answer quickly and help people understand. For example, I might say something like, "Hey, how do you describe using an octave or when you put your tongue and split the harp like that? And what might you use it for?" And maybe we get some examples going. Those are great concrete things that people can latch on to. So we'll be taking questions from the group. We'll be talking about basic harmonica knowledge like technique and approaches and groove, all sorts of stuff. What am I forgetting, RJ? Is there anything you want to add that I haven't mentioned?
Well, that you can always just do this. The
Oh, yeah.
warble side to side is just the best thing one of the best things a side guy can do. And it's just unbelievable how many times I've been in an instructional situation and nobody just does that.
My God, that's the biggest crowd pleaser of them all, man. That's like the number one thing that even a beginner can latch onto is what, like, exactly. And we'll talk about how specifically you might use that on stage, where would be appropriate. Do you use it when you solo? Does it matter if you use it as a fill? These are the kind of things we can get into. I'm excited to do this with you, man. I've been a big fan for many, many years. And I consider you a friend.
Absolutely, Jesus, Ronnie. I think we're good friends. I used that word the other day, affiliate, and then I had to look it up. What is an affiliate exactly? Exactly, and we're affiliates, colleagues, and friends. And I have a
Absolutely.
great respect for you, Ronnie. You're one of the best players out there, in my humble opinion.
Why, thank you so much. That means the world to me. We can't wait to see all you guys there, and gals, I should say. And the information, if you look at my banner, this is something I've never had up on the screen. This is kind of a digital background of my website. If you go to harmonica123.com, right on the website homepage, you'll find information on this class for Saturday. Everything will be recorded in case you would like to sign up and watch the recording. Let's say
Okay.
you can't make it live. So, on that note, man, I can't wait to see you on Saturday, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your afternoon, RJ.
I'm looking forward to it, Ronnie. I'll see you Saturday, and I will be practicing diligent between now and Saturday, and no,
Beautiful.
it's going to be really fun. It's going to be a lot of
Hey,
fun.
man, we're honored to have you. We look forward to it. Everyone, we'll see you there and make it a great day.
See you guys. See you, Ronnie.